Good late afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Danny Gobby Gymnasium. Chris Kidd here with you for the Phenom Country Roads Classic, as Nathan Bush alongside me with Robbie Mounts, our engineer on video productions, Terry Bucklew, and David Anderson back in the WVOW studios. And Nathan Mann comes in here a little short-handed tonight, an unfortunate incident with the fight that broke out at the late stages of their win over Tug Valley the other day, as they lose Caleb Blevins for a couple of games because of that. But this is a young man Hillbilly club with a lot of talent on their roster, and it's going to be tested here tonight.
Yeah, and Chris, this is a young squad, and they usually start 4 sophomores and 1 junior, but no Caleb Blevins tonight. They were inserting Toller into the lineup. He will get the start tonight. A little shorthanded, but this man Hillbilly squad, they can go usually 9 to 10 deep on the bench. Usually most of their players will get to play, and the big star of the other night was Peyton Adams, the transfer from Logan, who had a great game against the Tug Valley Panthers, and Austin Ball was a little slow getting going for the Hillbillies the other night. Look for him to have a big game here tonight.
Well, again, Mann trying to stay undefeated, 2-0 on the young season with wins over Mount View at 58-49 and over Tug Valley 71-61. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the Nitro Wildcats, who they take on here tonight, who are 1-2, as you are watching the Phenom Country Roads Classic and listening live right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on video productions.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, Surgical Podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you, here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium, home of the Chapmanville Tigers, as Chapmanville plays later tonight, but Mann getting set to take on Nitro. And we talked about Mann being young, Nitro young as well. Again, they don't have a senior on the roster either, Nathan, as they lost people like Joel Sweat and company after they graduated. So different transition for Nitro as well, and they lost to Chapmanville 99-65 early on. Again, beat Herbert Hoover by 10, team that beat Logan earlier this year, and then they also lost to Polka by 22. So Austin Lowe's team also going through a transition with a lot of young talent, but also still looking to have a very successful year after they've had several very big years, but losing 8 seniors is a big problem.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's just a turnaround, and that's what they're going to have. They lose Andrew Maharis as well, who I think ended up being like the all-time three-point leading scorer in Nitro history. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure he did break that record. And, you know, a young squad, big turnaround. Good coaching, though, Chris, can really help that out, especially for this Nitro team. And Herbert Hoover did beat Logan. You talked about that, but that was just a completely different Logan team. That same Logan team that lost to Herbert Hoover went to Scott and beat Scott by nearly 20, and then Scott turns around and beats Herbert Hoover. So, again, it's one of those Cardinal Conference nightmares where anyone can beat anyone on any given night. And Mann will be classified back to single A next year, and we're going to be seeing a lot of this young man squad for a long time to come.
Well, it's time now for our Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game. And, Nathan, what's the big key for the Man Hillbillies tonight, minus Caleb Blevins, to try and come out of here staying 3-0 and continue that momentum moving forward in their last year at AA?
If the Hillbillies want to win tonight, Chris, they got to limit turnovers. They had quite a few turnovers against Tug Valley. They can't have that. And as TJ Blevins said this morning on the Hatcher Show, as Austin Ball goes, the Man Hillbillies go. He got a slow start. The Billies kind of got off to a little bit of a slow start. And now they're going to have to really pay close attention to this excuse me, I just got tongue-tied. They're going to have to pay close attention to this Nitro team. While they are a young team, man has to focus on getting things done on the inside and not turning the ball over, playing good defense.
Those are your Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game, and the key to your health care is with Logan Regional Medical Center, offering care for every stage of life from the Women's Center to pediatrics and primary care physicians. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Andrew Maharris' sister just let me know he did break the school record at Nitro. So thank you, Alex, for that. I appreciate it.
So there's a nice little nugget as we get ready to go to action here. As Nitro wins the toss, they'll be going right to left across your radio dial and computer screen and TV screen here in the first half, as getting it in the paint, runner on the way, and count it for Colton Painter as he gets things started for the Wildcats.
Nice baseline runner there for Painter to get into that man defense. Man played a lot of man-to-man defense. It's a lot of mans there, but they played a lot of man-to-man against Tug Valley. Let's see how they come out here early on.
And Painter had 27 against Chapmanville, including 6 3-pointers, so can get hot in a hurry. At the top of the key, Jeremiah Harless gets it back out front for Peyton Adams, again transfer from Logan. 5'8" junior takes a straight on 3, and he's hammered on the way up, and he'll go to the line and he'll shoot 3 free throws.
Yeah, Adams got a good-looking shot from the outside there, got hacked on the way up, but he's one of those guys, Chris, that off the dribble he can create his own shot, and that's something that the Hillbillies, they had a lot of great young talent over the years that can create their own shots, but Peyton Adams is a true point guard. He can dribble and he can distribute maybe better than anyone man has had in a long time.
As Adams hits on the first free throw foul on Trey Hall, the sophomore. He transferred from Winfield High School to come over to Nitro, as Adams misses on the second off the back rim. Again, you look at this Nitro team, they've had 3 straight winning seasons. That was after 8 straight losing seasons prior to that, and then they lost in the regional final each of the last 2 years to the Chapmanville Tigers, who went on to win the state championship. As third free throw goes for Adams, we're all even at 2 apiece. As they go down low on the right side, ball lost, but out of bounds with it was Harless after it was turned over momentarily by Lowe.
Yeah, and that's an unfortunate turnover for man. That's something they got to limit, Chris, if they want to come out of this ball game with the win.
They inbound from underneath their own basket. Trey Hall gets it in deep. There's Josh Barton with it, swings it over, 3 on the way, and count it for Colton Painter. We talked about how hot he can get, and thus far he's got all 5 of Nitro's points.
Cannot leave that guy open, as he will make you pay every single time, Chris. And man coming out, and they're going to fire another one.
And 3 on the way, no good from the right wing. Short with it was Christian Toller, and rebounded by Nitro.
And Toller got hot the other night against Tug Valley. He's into the starting lineup tonight. He's a good shooter. If he gets the one to go through the basket, they may be able to get something going here for man from 3.
And Toller ended up reaching him from behind and committing the foul that time, as that'll be the first one on man. And again, this Nitro team hasn't had a whole lot of success on the offensive end early on in this season, but trying to find it here today as they get it out front. Seth Brown with it, gets it over inside. Now they give it. Hook shot on the way up, no good. Brown gets the rebound back, however. Throws it away, though, to Toller. Here he comes up the left side, trying to cut into this 5-2 Nitro lead in the early stages of the first quarter. They give it off out front. Adams takes a deep 3 from the left side. Off the mark, no good. Rebound saved them bounds, but taken away by Nitro. Lowe gives it off. Here comes Hall up the left side. Hall cut off. About 2 minutes deep into the first quarter, and losing it out of bounds was Hall. It'll go back over to man.
Yeah, it actually hit Coach TJ Blevins, and he's not playing, so that's out on Nitro.
The simple rules of basketball.
Yes.
So here comes Adams across the timeline over to the left. Gets it off left side for Toller in the corner. Now back to Adams. Dribbles in on Hall. He and Toller play catch over on the left side, and now TJ Blevins calls to try and get the offense set.
Man, just kind of standing around, not really going through their sets here. Not great floor spacing either. They're going to have to get something going here if they want to score on this Nitro team.
Now Adams has it back near midcourt as they get everything reset, as they give it off to Tackett. Tackett over to Ball, now to Adams on the right wing. He's picked up over there by Painter, gives it back, driving in right side. Tough layup and up and under attempt converted by Jeremiah Harless.
That was a tough layup take, but Jeremiah Harless did a great job getting underneath there and getting that ball to go through.
And Harless averaging 5 points per game, 5 assists per game, and 12 rebounds a game thus far in this season. Again, going to probably step in as man's quarterback next year as well. Started the playoff game against Bluefield just a few weeks back. So get it over left side. 3 on the way, and count it for Trey Hall as the outside shooting continues for Nitro.
Nitro's getting hot from downtown, and man can ill afford to let him do that.
8-4, Nitro leads it. 4:55 left in the opening quarter. Top of the key is Harless. Gets it over to Adams as Adams retreats back to midcourt and calls for motion. Gives it now to Ball. Ball, who can get hot in a hurry himself, drives in hard, draws the foul on Seth Brown, and that'll send Ball to the free throw line.
For Ball to be as big as he is, that first step is just lightning quick. But he gets the first step with the ball and gets to the rim, draws the foul, and there's a timeout.
Coach T.J. Blevins wants a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep things here with Nitro leading at 8-4. And thus far, you can see the strategy from Austin Lowe's club. Again, they are an outside perimeter team, have been over the past couple of years, and they're trying to attack from the outside here early on. And Nitro going to force man to try and come out and defend here, and we'll see how the Hillbillies adjust on the defensive end.
Yeah, and the Hillbillies are going to have to stop that outside shooting. I don't know if they're going to have to switch over into zone. They're used to playing zone more than man-to-man, but they're trying to stick to that man-to-man, use different defenses. And with this club, with their length, I think they can do that. The only problem is in man-to-man right now, Nitro's just knocking down shots.
And again, this Nitro team, we talked about how they had 3 straight winning seasons after 8 straight losing seasons. During that 8-season stretch where they kept losing in AAA from 2009 to 2016, Nitro had 6 or less wins in 6 of those years, so it's been quite the turnaround for Austin Lowe's club here at Nitro since coming to AA.
It's amazing what a reclassification can do for you sometimes.
And Ball hits on the first but misses the second. Again, Ball averaging 21 points per game and 10 rebounds a game thus far for the Hillbillies and closes the lead to 3. Out front with it, Painter dribbles over, cut off by Harless, now swings it to Hall. Hall finds himself open from the left wing, no good for 3, and rebounded by Toller. Gets it off to Adams, over far side for Ball. Ball makes the grab, takes it right baseline, and Austin Ball, again the sophomore, just so agile as he got to the baseline, palmed that ball and put it in for 2.
And already got D1 looks, Chris. I believe they said he has an offer from Drexel already.
Driving in quick is Hall, and big collision underneath with Tackett, and they get Tackett on the blocking foul, so that'll send Hall to the free throw line.
Hardest call in sports, if you ask me, Chris, the block charge call. And that was a tough one there. Tackett thought he had position, but the referee saw it differently.
Yeah, we talked about it. Well, I talked about it a little bit last night that there's been a lot of people that have maybe talked about getting rid of the rule altogether since it's such a judgment call on the officials' part. I think that would lead to a lot of barnyard basketball whenever you drive into the paint. But Hall hits on the first free throw.
It'd be like my church league.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
that referee's at the concession stand more than he's calling the.
I was going to say that'd be pretty rough and tumble getting rid of the charge call, but I do understand the frustration with it as Hall hits both free throws and gives Nitro back a 3-point edge.
And here comes Adams up across half court. Man, not out running and gunning like they like to early on. They need to try and get out and really speed their offense up. That's where they're most effective.
Adams has it on the right wing, guarded out there by Hall. Looking to switch with Ball, and now Adams will take it baseline, kicks it out. Driving in is Harless on the left side. Tough shot as he tries to get in on the left side. No good. Rebound fought for underneath. Taken away by Mann. Back out front. Toller straight on 3, and Christian Toller able to convert to tie things up at 10 apiece.
If Christian Toller gets hot, you better look out because that guy can knock down some shots. He had some huge shots against Tug Valley. Helped secure man to win just 2 nights ago. Excuse me.
Give Jordan Tackett a lot of credit there, too. Made that offensive rebound. It's a nice give and go underneath. Brown gets free, and Seth Brown lays it in for an easy 2. He had 10 points and 10 rebounds in the win over Herbert Hoover and averaging 5.5 points per game.
Can't lose the cutter. When you lose the cutter, that usually leads to a layup.
We're down to 2:55 to go here in the first quarter. 12-10, Nitro leading man. Here from Phenom Country Roads Classic here in Chapmanville, West Virginia. He's up top with it. Harless swings it over to Toller. Now to Adams on the left wing. Back out to Toller. Ball movement up top now. Finds Adams as they get it underneath Tackett, and he's fouled on the way up. As good job that time by Mann, slowly working it inside, and then gets the hack from Josh Barton.
Tackett did a good job being in the right position, but how about Austin Ball takes that first dribble, goes into the paint, draws the defender, kicks it to Tackett, who goes up and is fouled, and he's now at the charity stripe.
Now Tackett, chance to tie this game up with both free throws, converts on the first. As Tackett, 6'2 sophomore, had 10 points in the win over Mountain View, averaging 10 points per game. Also averaging 13 rebounds per game. So this is a man club that really does hit the boards a lot more effectively this year as Tackett misses on the second. Coach
T.J. Blevins has really been building this man club from the ground up. Went from a 0-win team a few years ago, and now man competing in this sectional.
Now out front, Brown tips it out after the ball got deflected away into the hands of the Wildcats. Shot up, no good off the front iron. Whistle and out of bounds, and they say last touched by Man rather, so it'll stay with Nitro.
And Nitro now. Going to try and set it up under the basket, and Hillbillies trying to find their man. Still in man-to-man. Haven't switched to a zone yet.
Barton looking, fires in deep towards midcourt for Hall. He'll set up the offense, gets it over the left side. Painter finds Barton, back to Painter, gets a free look and misses from the top of the key, was online, and a nice tip-in underneath by Trevor Lowe, who got nice position.
Yeah, good position, one-handed putback by Lowe to extend this lead back to 3 as Adams tries to drive, and no can-do, Mr. Adams.
Yeah, he tried to go in there with the trees that time, got rejected by Barton, as now Toller will check out of the game. Checking in will be Ryan Cozart, the 6'3 junior. Man looking to set it in underneath. It'll be triggered in by Cozart just into the game. They find Ball. Ball gets away inside, and a tough runner. I don't know how he had control of the ball, but was able to throw it in.
He's just a sophomore. That's the scary part about all this.
It is. That kid is something special. We talked about it last year, and now 4-3. Hall got a little opening, fired away at it, and missed, and Brown gets it back and runs over top of Tackett for the charge, and that's going to be number 2 now on Seth Brown, so that's a big call.
Yeah, and Tackett took one right on the chin there, so tough one right to the jaw as he goes down and into Nitro putting the sub in.
Yes, they're going to bring in new player here,
yes,
Charles
sir.
Robbins.
Tuck in that jersey. I've seen some calls in the NBA, my young friend.
Yeah, I was going to say, good thing Chris Paul isn't here now.
Don't get me started.
I was against you, Olson.
Yes.
They dump it off. Adams goes inside the ball. Ball can't handle it, however, and out of bounds. They'll give it back to Nitro, leading by 1.
That's an unforced turnover. Coach Blevins talked about limiting those as much as he can, and that's one that you can't give away, especially in a close ball game like this.
Now 14-13, Nitro leads it, closing in on a minute to go in the first quarter. Hall goes inside for Barton, double team, but gets himself free and is able to power it up on the right block. So everyone in the starting 5 now in the scorebook for Nitro, leading it by 3.
And Nitro setting a nice precedent here early on. 16 already as Adams fires.
Misses off the side of the rim, but a nice offensive rebound by Tackett as he gets it back out for Adams.
Tackett's a really good player at doing those little things, Chris, that we talk about. He was able to get position there and get a nice offensive board for the Hillbillies to reset.
And they've got sneaky size to the man Hillbillies as Ball drives baseline, gives it off to Tackett. Nice feed by Austin Ball, and Tackett gets rewarded for getting on the glass, and now Man has all 5 of their starters in the scorebook as well.
Say what you will about Austin Ball, but not only can he score, he can pass. That is 2 or 3 assists he's got already in this game.
Get it out front, long 2-pointer on the way, and a good, nice jumper by Painter as he had a foot on the line. He's averaging 20 points per game, and right there a big jumper as back quickly come the Hillbillies. And a foul on the floor here with 14 seconds left in the quarter. That's going to go against Painter.
And there was not much could be done there by Jeremiah Harless. Thought he played good defense on that shot, Chris. It was just a good shot.
So that'll be team foul number 5 against Nitro, 2 against Man as they inbound the ball. He just rips it away from the defender and lays it in. He's got 7 points here in the first.
He just got so much size, and there's really nobody for Nitro on the court right now that can handle that size.
I get it to Hall. He puts up a shot with 2 seconds left in the quarter. No good. Up ahead. They tried to feed Adams to get a shot off, but not in time. And that brings us to the end of a very entertaining first quarter with the Nitro Wildcats leading the Man Hillbillies 18-17. We'll step aside for a 60-second break and be back after this as you are watching and listening to the Phenom Country Roads Classic with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, surgical podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
Back for the start of quarter number 2 here from the Phenom Hoops Classic. Chris Kidd here with you with Nathan Bush, my side partner here tonight from Danny Godby Gymnasium, as man with the ball to start the second quarter, looking to take the lead, trailing by 1. As ball with it at the left side, pull-up jumper short off the front iron, but rebound taken away by Harless. Harless back into the center, wide open look from point-blank range, no good though by Cozart, and rebound taken by the Wildcats.
I think Cozart just rushed his shot there.
They go outside, and 3 on the way, and count it again as Trevor Lowe able to connect. That's the third three-pointer now for the Wildcats tonight, and they retake a 4-point edge.
And that was a long 3 there, just over the tips of Balls. Ball's going to fire one from 3.
He misses from the left corner, and Barton tears down the rebound. So Nitro trying to extend this lead up to 21-17. Now pull up 3 on the way in, and three-pointer is good for Colton Painter, as he's got 10 points now in his second 3.
And Chris, I tell you what, this Nitro Wildcat team, they've got permission to fire at will here, as they are just draining these long three-point shots with a hand in the face.
It's out front. They get it over to Adams now on the right side. Now down low to Ball. Ball lost his footing and a travel on Ball to give it back to Nitro.
Yeah, Ball took one step too many there. As you'll see the replay here, as Painter just pulls up with a hand in his face and drains it. That's a tough shot if you're watching on video productions.
Now they look to inbound at the back quarters. They'll get it up ahead. Leading it by 7. Back-to-back threes for Nitro. Helping give them a 7-point edge as a runner in the paint. Too strong by Painter at time, but rebounded on the way out by Robbins as Nitro will reset here. Hall on the left side, minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass tipped away, knocked loose, and taken by Cozart. He'll dribble in right side, had it taken away. Or excuse me, that was Harless who took it away and now has it ripped away from him. Up ahead for Painter. Being guarded by Cozart, drives in. Nice dish over to Hall in the center of the paint. Pull-up shot is good from about 3 feet, and Hall now with 7 points.
That was good defense here on this end by Nitro to poke the ball away from Harless, who was taken off down the court, but now man find themselves in a 9-point hole.
They get it over to Adams. Back out front, 26-17. Nitro leads it. Now the ball. They get it left side for Cozart. Lob in for Tackett. Tackett trying to find his way in. Nice dish off underneath to a cutting Cozart, who gets his first bucket of the game and ends the run for Nitro.
Tackett was double teamed and found the open man. Anytime you see 2 defenders around you, somebody's going to be open. Good find by Tackett.
Man will now pick up here at midcourt, trying to cause some disruption as Nitro leads at 26-19. Dribbling over to the left is Hall, picked up now out front. Foul called on Harless as he came out and he bodied up on Hall.
And it looked like he was just trying to do like a little hip check there, but got too much body contact, and that's going to be a foul.
So that'll be team foul number 3 now on the Hillbillies, number 1 against Harless.
Not a whole lot of fouls early in this game. We're almost halfway through the second quarter, and neither team in the bonus as of yet.
So now here comes Nitro with the 7-point lead, getting into the paint. Floater on the way up, short, no good by Hall, taken away. Here comes the Hillbillies up the floor in transition. Tackett races in left side and draws the foul on the way up, as Trevor Lowe really had no alternative that time and went for the block, but got him on the hands.
Tackett's only got 1 gear, and that's as far pedal to the metal as it goes. As soon as he gets the ball, he's off. Tackett's a very nice piece for this man Hillbilly team, as Quentin Moody getting ready to check in.
Now free throw line is Tackett, trying to cut into this lead. First free throw on the way, and good. Taggart with 4 points now, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. It's 5:04 to go here in the first half. 26-20 lead for the Nitro Wildcats. They've led pretty much the entire way. Second free throw good as well.
Moody's going to come in for Tackett as he's going to catch a breather. And this man team, Chris, they're very streaky. They like to go on runs. Coach Blevins wants to kind of calm that down a little bit, get more consistency. But when they get hot, you better look out. If man can catch fire here, they can get right back. They're only down 5, so that's still a very close ball game.
They bring it across the timeline into the center. Hall had it taken away underneath, ball loose, and we're going to get a tie-up here as possession arrow will stay with Nitro with 4:51 to go in the first half.
And that was good good ball awareness there by Quentin Moody as he was down on the ground trying to get that ball and cause a jump ball.
They'll inbound from underneath their own basket. They get it in over towards Painter. Painter immediately double-teamed in the left corner. And a timeout called by Austin Lowe as he noticed how in danger his player was over there. 32nd timeout, so we'll stay here. And just a reminder that this game brought to you in part by Nationwide Insurance agent Greg Dalton, who is a proud supporter of Man Hillbilly Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-752-8300. Greg Dalton Insurance with offices on Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan. Now out of the timeout, Nitro with the ball, leading it by 5 with 4:47 to go in the second quarter. Again, this game number 3 here today from the Phenom Country Roads Classic. Again, 2 more games still to come. Next is Greater Beckley Christian and Winton Woods, Ohio, and then we get the big matchup tonight with the Chapmanville Tigers and Miller, Virginia. Again, those 2 teams highly touted coming in here. As out of the timeout, they get it out top, and a 3 for Painter again. He's got his third 3 of the half.
He's feeling it, too. You can see he's got a little swagger as he went back down the court there because he is on fire from 3 right now.
He got 13 points here in the first half. And it's extended the Nitro lead back up to 8 as Adams finds ball, top of the key for Toller. He'll take a 3 short with it. Moody tips it around, and it goes into the hands of Hall. So a chance here for Nitro to take a double-digit lead for the first time. Hall, left elbow, kicks it out front. Now they find Painter. Ball fakes, drives in, and takes the charge as Moody stands in there. And that's a big call because that's 2 on Painter now.
If there's somebody that's not afraid of contact, it's Quentin Moody. He's taking a lot of shots, whether it be basketball or football. If you're watching the video productions replay, Moody, that's a beautiful charge take by him there on that one. And Painter is still out on the court, though. Coach not afraid.
I'm going to say with 4 minutes to go in the first half here, I think he knows how important Painter is to the offense, but this is where you find trust in your players. Is Painter just a sophomore? We're going to see if he's got enough discipline to avoid committing another foul here.
And if I'm man, I would know that, and I would go right at him, try to get him in more foul trouble, get him to 3.
Moody gets it on the left wing, picks up his dribble as they edge off of him, knowing he's not much of an outside threat. Now to Toller, takes a tough jumper from the left corner, in and out, no good. And rebound taken away by Nitro as Painter comes up with it.
Ball was trying to secure that rebound, just got poked away.
Painter stopped for 3 from deep, no good, almost tried to bank it in. Rebound still being fought for. Toller had it, but then had it knocked away from him, and Hall has it for Nitro now. Back out to Robbins as Nitro will reset with 3:15 to go in the first half.
That was a heat check from Painter.
Yeah, it was one of those you just want to see kind of where you're at. If that's going down, then you might as well call it a day. He's out front, Hall finds Robbins. Robbins gets to the free throw line, picks up his dribble, gets it over. Nice ball fake by Hall, steps back, long jumper, no good. Rebounded by Barton, and he's rejected by Ball on the way in as he came out of nowhere.
Wow.
Adams gets it across midcourt. Now over to Harless. Harless gets all the way in on the left side, can't finish, but there's Ball there to clean it up as he puts it back up and in for his 9th point.
Ball comes in, gets the block on the other end, gets the offensive board, and puts one up. Let's talk about a stat-filling sequence there.
29-23, Nitro leading man. It's Painter. Gets double-teamed again. Nice bounce pass underneath, but knocked away by Moody and taken now by Man. Here comes Harless in transition. One-on-one with Painter. Painter can't go up against him and missed on the layup attempt. did Harless. I don't know if Painter somehow deked him out on that.
He did. I think Painter kind of did the little, as I do the motion here, because everyone can see it. He did kind of a head fake there to try to, I don't want to say scare Harless, but make him think there's footsteps there, and he was anticipating contact, and there was none.
Yeah, because Painter knows he's got 2 fouls and had to lay off. Just did a little motion. It was enough to bother him, but man keeps possession. Ball gets it, drives in, and wow. Able to get that to fall in, hit off the front iron and fell through as he's got 11 points now, and Austin Ball's hit some of the more difficult shots here in the first half as Man has edged their way back down to a 4-point deficit in the lane, getting free and putting it up and getting the roll as Trey Hall to extend the lead back to 6.
Man seems like they get it down to about a 1 or 2 possession game, and then Nitro just scores again.
Out front, Adams takes it in, nice feed underneath and free is Anderson, and Hunter Anderson, the 6'1 junior, able to get his first bucket.
And that's a good piece coming off the bench for Man there, and a good find by Peyton Adams, really using his court vision, but he picks up a ticky-tack foul there.
Adams was guarding all the way up the floor that time and reached in, committing his first foul. So he'll maintain possession here for Nitro with 1:36 to go in the first half. 31-27 in favor of the Nitro Wildcats. That's team foul number 4 on Man, 7 against Nitro. So in the 1-and-1 will be the Man Hillbillies the rest of the first half as they get it out. There's Painter again. He's off the mark this time from 3 on the left wing and rebounded by Moody.
Painter may have cooled off a little bit now, Chris.
That's what the Hillbillies are hoping for as this half draws to a close. Adams' tough drive, can't finish, and then a late whistle after the fact, and they're going to get a foul here on Nitro, and that'll send Adams to the line to shoot 2 as this is going to go against Barton, and that's going to be number 2 on him. So now the third starter with 2 fouls for Nitro.
You'll see the replay here on Video Productions. Adams got a step, and he got hit as he went up, and that'll be 2 at the line for him as Man trying to get this back to a 1-possession game.
Adams off the mark on the first attempt. He's now 2 of 4 from the free throw line, only with 2 points here thus far.
You can't leave points at the line, Chris, and he had 18, I believe, in the win against Tug Valley the other night. So we got to have more from Peyton Adams if you're the Hillbillies.
And Adams averaging 13 points per game. So he had 18 against Tug, had 13 against Mount View. So second opportunity here for Adams. This one rims in and out as well. Moody tried to back tap it, but into the hands of Nitro it goes. So wasted opportunity there for the Hillbillies. It's still a 4-point lead for Nitro. Hall gets it over to Painter. 1 minute to play now in the first half. Over into the corner. Barton takes a long jumper, and that one hit the rafters.
Wow.
Hit the top of the basket support. I don't know if that just slipped out of his hands or what.
He was trying to shoot it over Ball and kind of had to taste the rainbow there when he threw that one up and just hit the side of the rim, or the backboard, excuse me.
Yeah, that was one of those that looked majestic coming out of the hands.
It was absolutely beautiful coming up, but
it just kept staying up.
It's not the fall, it's the landing.
So now 4-point lead for Nitro, but Man with the ball. Moody goes inside the ball, going to let him go to work. Turnaround shot, couldn't get it to fall, and rebound fought for him. Painter tears it away for Nitro.
It's a good rebound by Painter there.
Now final 38 seconds of the first half. Painter gets a step, had it stripped away though, as almost another charge there, but got stolen first. Now Harless takes it in left side, gets the angle, spins in and out, no good. Ball still loose underneath, and they're going to say the last touch, it appears, by Nitro, and that's about the 4th shot this half that's just spun out on the Hillbillies.
Yeah, they've really had some difficulty here, Chris, but they're trying to go 2-on-1 in these fast break situations. You need to find the open man when you're fast breaking, and I think that's what Man's failed to do so far.
They get it into Moody, now out front for Adams. As Adams takes it over.
It's going to be a foul on Moody.
And that's a bad break there for the Hillbillies. Again, should have tried to hold for 1 that time. Didn't look like they were going to either. Again, that's just where you got to have clock awareness as to what's going on. You're going to have those moments with younger players in your lineup, but that's where you've got to know how much time, the situation. Don't give Nitro another opportunity to go down and score here.
Yeah, especially when they've got a Painter who's been pretty hot from 3 most of this half, and just a hard screen there from Moody.
Now here comes Hall with 13 seconds, gets inside. He loses it, and Moody takes it away, and Nitro commits the same sin.
Better watch throwing elbows, though.
Now down to 5 seconds. Moody's going to have to bring it up himself. Gets it over to Anderson. He'll take a deep 3 at the horn. Count it! Hunter Anderson from downtown, about 30 feet. And Moody tackles him towards the locker room here. Not only did he hit the 3, but Moody gets the assist as well. As on Video Productions, we'll take a look at the replay. Wow, that was from the Tiger Paw that he knocked that down from. That was just a late ditch. Here you go. You do something with this grenade. And Anderson throws it in.
Wow, what a shot.
And I tell you what, for all the ones that wouldn't go down in the first half, there's a little karma as that one goes to give Man now only a 1-point deficit as we head into halftime as they battle back from nearly double digits down here. Nitro's led basically the entire way, minus a quick lead by Man, but the Hillbillies right there at intermission. Well, 31-30 your halftime score. Nathan and I will step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll talk about all of the action that we saw here in the first half from Danny Gobby Gymnasium as you are watching and listening to Man Hillbilly basketball action right here from the Phenom Country Roads Classic as you are watching and listening to on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, surgical podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center. Always here for you.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home. Do you find yourself sitting on the couch, flipping through the same old channels night after night? Well, follow the smell of delicious butter popcorn to Marquee Cinemas at Southridge Center in South Charleston. Marquee Cinemas just finished Phase 1 of its renovations at the Southridge location. Come and relax in the new Power Leather recliners. Marquee Cinemas, your place for family-friendly fun.
I'm the elf on the shelf, and thanks to your woodworking skills, this is about to get a whole lot less jolly. And unless these are protected by Allstate, this little mess up is going to cost you big.
Protect your portable electronics against breaks, spills, and other Yuletide mishaps with a protection plan by Allstate. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
Meltdown, meltdown, meltdown.
31-30, Nitro leading Man here at the half. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you from the Phenom Country Roads Classic here in Chapmanville, West Virginia. And in the first half, again, it's back and forth affair. Again, it was Nitro either extending the lead or Man cutting into the lead. Again, didn't really see any scoring or lead changes except for one at the very beginning of the game. So Nitro's led the entire way, but Man has been able to stay right with them despite the hot shooting of Colton Painter and Trey Hall, and a good job by Man of being resilient even without Caleb Blevins.
Yeah, and you see the shooting here for Man doing a great job here in the second quarter, especially, they were down 9 at one point, but were able to fight back and get back into this game. And then Adkins with the 3 right before the half, my goodness, just throwing one up. And
you mean Anderson? Anderson,
yeah, I'm sorry. Here, let's see it again on Video Productions. Anderson throws one up, boom! What a shot, and that just gets Man more momentum going into the half, and man, that was just a big shot there. That could really change the course of this ball game.
I think that was a big momentum changer going into the half. Again, Man had a couple opportunities where they had short-range shots and everything else that just wouldn't fall, and then all of a sudden you get that huge lift from the 30-footer just as half enters, and now Man gets to go back and kind of regroup. As Austin Ball had a nice first half on the other end. Again, you look at some of the scoring in the first half. We'll run through with Nitro first. Colton Painter leading all scorers with 13 points. Again, he had 3 3-pointers. Nitro had 5 of them total in the first half. Then after that, you had Trey Hall with 9 points. Trevor Lowe with 5 points. Seth Brown and Josh Barton each with 2 points to round out the scoring for Nitro. Then on the other end for the man Hillbillies, leading them in scoring was Austin Ball with 11 points. Then after that, you have Jackson Tackup with 5 points, Hunter Anderson with 5 points, including a shot that back in the old MTV days when they had the basketball game between each other, you had that 4-point shot or whatever. That would have probably counted for 4 itself. But
boy, what a dated reference that was.
Real, I think maybe you, me, and about 6 other people got that. I retract that. I'm sorry. Christian Toller has 3 points, and then you have several Hillbillies with 2 points, Jeremiah Harless, Ryan Cozart, and Peyton Adams with 2 points apiece. And I tell you what, Quentin Moody not in the scoring, but I think he had a very effective first half once he came into the lineup, just by being able to get some offensive rebounds, being able to set up some players on that end. So again, Quentin Moody doing a lot of the small things that probably will go unnoticed.
Well, Quentin Moody, he's got experience as a starter now, coming off the bench in his senior season. That shows character. This is a guy that started most of his career at Man, but this year, his last year, coming off the bench and just wanted to be a part of the team and really get involved more. And he'll admittedly tell you, I wasn't with the team. I was playing football. I was doing this when they were doing a lot of their basketball drills during the summer. So Moody doing a good job getting from football shape into basketball shape, and Jeremiah Harless as well.
Right.
For the Hillbillies. They've done a great job in finding their roles on this basketball squad.
Again, coming up next is Greater Beckley Christian and Winton Woods, Ohio. Again, we'll have that game on Video Productions, but we'll take a break on WVOW. And then after that, we'll come back at the conclusion of the 4th game and have that big Titanic matchup between Chapmanville, the 2-time defending West Virginia State champions, taking on Miller, Virginia, who was very impressive in their win over Beckley Prep yesterday, again winning that game by 6. But again, Chapmanville with that win over ISA Academy last night. Going to be a very fun game. A lot of people were curious if Chapmanville would be able to hang with some of these prep schools and stuff. Well, they really made a statement last night and now have an opportunity against another big-time school out of the Virginia ranks and a very talented club that's already here kind of watching some of the game.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun night of basketball, Chris. We got a lot more headed your way here, so get you a drink, get a comfy chair, kick back and relax, whether you're listening on WVOW or watching on Video Productions. You got no reason to go anywhere.
I agree. Again, I've been in GW already today for a couple of games.
We are the Iron Men of West Virginia basketball radio. I don't care what anyone says. You've got 9 games in 5 days. Yep. I'm on 6 games in 3 days. So we just do it, man. We get it done.
So I told people, I said, hey, we're all over the state. We're all over the place. Here to please you and here to bring you all the entertainment you
Metro
want.
News calls us. So,
well, that's what I said. It's going to be a long year, but a fun year here during basketball season. Going to look forward to a lot of great games, a lot of key action, and right now we've got a good one on hand here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium as the Nitro Wildcats leading the Man Hillbillies 31-30 at the half. Nathan and I will step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, it'll be time for the start of quarter number 3 here from Chapmanville, West Virginia, as you are listening to and watching the Phenom Country Roads Classic with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
getting ready for the start of quarter number 3 here from Danny Godby Gymnasium. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you. Robbie Mounts, our engineer on video productions. David Anderson and Terry Bucklew back in the WVOW studios. Our engineers back there for our first game here this evening on WVOW. Again, we'll take a break after this game, and then at approximately 8:30 we'll be back for Chapmanville versus Miller, Virginia. So more high school basketball action coming your way here this evening on WVOW, the voice of the Coalfields, as Austin Ball gets it down low, misses on the reverse, gets it back, and it's fouled on the way up. And if that's Barton, that's going to be 3 on him, and it appears it is.
Now Man has a chance to take a lead here to start this second half.
They do get Barton, so the junior picks up his 3rd foul, and he's another key big man on the inside for the Wildcats, as Ball's first free throw off the back iron, no good.
Man has really struggled shooting free throws, Chris, these past couple of games that we've seen them, something they're really going to have to work on.
Yeah, again, it's just kind of looking here at the statistics. Again, 9-11. They shot 12 in the first half, make it 13, and Ball misses on both. And we're 6 or 13 now from the free throw line in this game, so a lot of points left on the board here, as the Man's done a good job getting to the line, just haven't been successful once they've gotten there. He's hit Nitro only shooting 2 free throws thus far. They're 2 of 2. So go down low, short range shot, turnaround, gets in but pops out on Trevor Lowe, and Man with the rebound. So another chance for the Hillbillies to take their first lead since about 2-1, and now foul underneath. We'll go against Nitro, and that'll be the second team
Man,
foul.
Tackett can take a beating, can he? He's been getting hit from all sides tonight.
Well, I was going to say, man, he's been getting tackled and hit and everything else.
He's probably asking, is this basketball or rugby?
Toller catches the inbounds pass and buries a 3 from the right corner, and the Hillbillies finally take the lead.
And that's something that Toller can do when he gets out there and gets open. He's going to shoot.
He's got 6 points now, both on 3-pointers. It's Painter. Goes inside, nice catch and nice run, but a miss underneath. How did that not go down? As it was a great cut underneath, but unable to go down for Brown.
Good find by Toller, but
Tackett gets fouled from the weak side, and that'll be, let's see, who was it that came over and got him that time? Oh, and that's Bart, and that's number 4 on him.
You'll see it here, kick it to Toller underneath, and he goes up, and that's another foul there. And on our video productions replay, so 2 free throws coming now for Tackett.
Again, such a big call there as Coach Lowe left him in and now has no choice but to take him out, as checking in will be Connor Tucker. His first free throw good for Tackett. He's got 6 points now. He's 4 for 5 from the line. The only Hillbilly that's had any lasting success from free throw land tonight. There's the second one up. That one good as well.
Nitro having the struggles that Man seemed to have down on this end of the court in the first half.
It's a 35-30. Man now with the last 8 points here after trailing 31-27. That 3 by Anderson, and now continuing this run into the second half. It's Painter, nice give and go down low, and a reach-in foul going to go against Man here. They're going to get that on Christian Toller. That'll be his second.
And that was a Man trying to trap there, but Nitro saw it coming, found the ball, and now they're trying to set the defense here, but couple guys got loose for Nitro there.
They give it off. Painter off the inbounds pass short on the left elbow jumper, rebounded by Tackett. Up ahead to Toller. He'll stop for 3 in transition. No good off the front rim, and rebounded by Painter. Painter, the sophomore, pushes it up the floor. Gets it over to the right side, now feeds it down low to Brown, gets free, count it, and the foul for Seth Brown, as this time it doesn't pop out on him, and he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And Brown using his size underneath, and they've been trying to find him down there. He had one just kind of roll out earlier, and you'll see here on the replay, Brown gets underneath, gets position, gets hacked, and finishes for the and one, and now has a chance to bring Nitro within 1.
That foul going against Harless. That'll be his second. It's only the 3rd free throw of the night for Nitro, and that one missed off the front iron for Brown. Rebound taken away by the Hillbillies. 6:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. 35-33, Man in front. They hand it off to Toller at the top of the key. Now over to Austin Ball. Ball over to Tackett. Tackett at the top of the key. Tries to give and go, but throws it over the head of Ball and intercepted by Brown.
It's a turnover that Man can ill afford to have.
Nitro a chance to tie or retake the lead on this trip as Hall double team down there mid-court. Pass almost taken away by Ball, but Brown gets it, charges into the paint, gives it off to Painter. He'll drive in right side, and Painter able to finish to tie things up.
And that's one thing, Chris, if you're going to go for a steal, you better make sure you get it. Otherwise, you're going to leave your team in a hole.
3 from Toller on the other end. No good off the back iron. Rebounded by Brown. So here comes Nitro after trailing by 4, looking to retake the lead. Over is Hall. Steps up. Thought about a 3. Gives it off to Painter instead. Painter up against Harless. Gives it over to the right side. They go down low. Turnaround jumper short in the paint. No good, but tipped back up with one hand by Lowe again, and he gets it to go. His 7th point.
And Nitro's retaking the lead after the Hillbillies came out on fire. And they've just been pounding the ball underneath, finding open holes.
Harless gets it over to Ball. He'll take a jumper from free throw line. No good, short, and rebounded by Nitro. So a 6-0 run here for the Wildcats, looking to extend it on this trip. Painter takes it into the right corner. Picked up by Toller. Now gives it off to Lowe on the low block, trying to pound in on Adams. Now picks up his dribble, gives it off to Painter, cuts into the basket on the right side, and he'll draw the foul with 4:34 left in the third quarter, and Painter will go to the line.
Yeah, I believe they're going to get that one on Ball. Nope, they got it on Toller. That's 3 on him.
So that's a big call now with Christian Toller with 3 fouls. So now you start to see some Hillbillies wandering into foul trouble here. His first free throw up and short for Painter.
Toller's coming out, and in comes Cozart.
And Toller signals to him who his man was as he heads towards the bench here. We'll see how long they keep Toller on the bench with those 3 fouls. Second free throw for Painter on the way. This one he gets to fall home. He's got 16 points for the contest and the lead up to 3 for Nitro.
This is something that we've seen from Man quite a bit, Chris. They get out and they get on runs and then they'll go cold. And right now they're in the middle of the cold spell. They got to get out of it somehow.
Adams tried to dish it off, tack it on his way in, but knocked away and out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Hillbillies. 4:23 to go in the third quarter. What has been a tight contest the whole way. But Nitro leading it the majority of the way. Man taking a brief lead here in the third quarter. Now trying to close the gap again as Ball gets inside. Short jump hook with the right hand, and Austin Ball gets his 13th point, shrinks the lead to 1.
Yeah, he's just got the size where he can do that when he gets an opportunity, and that's what he did there, Chris. Inside and uses his size to find an easy bucket.
They go down low. Lowe gets position, goes up against Tackett. A lot of contact, and Lowe able to throw it up and gets it to go.
I don't think you can ask more for Tackett on that one. That was just a good shot.
Adams drives in hard on the right side. We get a whistle and a foul on the way in. We're going to get a push this time from Trey Hall. That'll be his 2nd.
And you'll see Tackett there tried to get the contact on the video productions replay, and Lowe just went up with it and knocked it through. And Man now going to try and find the bucket, maybe get this back to a 1-point or even tie this ball game.
Now Adams at the top of the circle, off balance 3 and a late whistle, and draws the foul, and Trey Hall incredulous, but then tells himself to calm down after the fact. He didn't think that he got him, but that'll send Adams, 2nd time tonight, he'll go to the line to shoot 3 free throws.
Yeah, let's see on the replay here if he did get him, and looks like he did. Adams not going to shoot a shot and have it be that off, and makes the first free throw.
Adams hit 2 of 3 the first time in this situation, but then missed 2 free throws in the second quarter, so he's now 3 of 6 from the line, make it 3 of 7 as he misses on the second.
Yeah, Man's left a lot of points at the free throw line tonight, Chris. This is something they definitely got to work on.
And again, that was something that even last night Chapmanville probably not happy with, was their free throw shooting. Again, wasn't egregious, but it was something he expected more. And I'd say Brad Napper expected more as well out of his club, as that 3rd free throw misses as well for Adams, so only able to get 1 out of 3. They go down low to Low on the right block, now back out, driving in. Tucker shot rejected by Tackett. Long rebound, but saved by Hall. Hall over to Painter, jacks up a 3 from the right corner, and Painter gets it to go.
And that was good hustle for Nitro to get back and get the ball back and find an open man, and now the lead is back to 5. Nitro's largest lead of the game was 9, and Man, I believe their largest lead was 3.
43-38 in favor of Nitro. Out front, Adams with it. Gets a screen from Harless, takes it in on the left side. Adams finds himself in trouble and throws it back out. They swing it into the right corner for Tackett. Tackett back out to Harless. Now to the top of the key, over to Adams. He'll take a deep three from the left side, and Peyton Adams with his first field goal of the game coming at the 2:50 mark of the third quarter, cuts the lead down to 2.
And he answers Painter's three.
43-41 Nitro. Now to Lowe. He'll try to answer back with a three from the corner. Almost got the soft roll. Brown tried to keep it alive, but now Ball takes the rebound away. Up ahead now, Adams finds Harless cutting to the basket left side, and we're all even at 43 apiece. A nice drive by Harless.
And that's what man could do when they get out and run. Trying to play half court against Nitro is not going to be beneficial.
Yeah, that was a great lead pass by Adams that time. Now Painter gets free for three. It was dead on the whole way, but misses off the back iron. Rebounded underneath by Cozart. Now he gets up ahead to Adams. Adams over the ball, drives right baseline, gets inside. Man has the lead back with 2 minutes to go in the third.
Good find by Adams and good move by Ball on the baseline to get the ball up and in, and he got a friendly roll there because I thought it was going to fall out.
Yeah, it's a 7-0 run now for Man ever since Nitro took a 5-point lead. 1:45 to go now in the third quarter. Out front, Hall dribbles to his left, almost had his pocket picked from behind by Adams. Ball loose now on the floor and turned over by Nitro. Man thought they had caused a travel there momentarily, but now they get the turnover anyway.
And here comes Ball on the baseline, goes up, and the ball, just barely rolled in on that replay, but Man did a good job there on their defense. Adams is causing fits right now for this Nitro front court, or back court, excuse me.
Now Adams, 90 seconds left in the third quarter. Gets it out front for Harless. Harless picks up his dribble over to Ball. Ball will put up a three, no good short. Rebound comes down to Painter.
I don't think that's the shot they want from Austin Ball that early into the possession.
Yeah, again, you saw T.J. Blevins' arms go up after that as say, why do that? And now Painter goes to the shot. Ball, although, rejects it. And underneath Brown gets the rebound, however, and he hits the left-handed layup going to the deck.
So well, this has been a fun one, Chris. We're tied up here with a minute to go in the third.
And we're back all square again at 45 apiece. We said the largest lead has been 9 points for Nitro, but this has been back and forth all evening long. They go down low to Ball. Ball at the free throw line. Nice pass underneath the Tackett. Pump fakes, goes up, and Tackett able to give Man the lead back.
How about the patience from Tackett? He got the ball, waited until he got his defenders off of his feet, and then found an open shot. And that was a good take by Tackett to give Man the lead.
47-45 Hillbillies, 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Painter one-on-one with Harless. Takes it over to the right side. Painter gets to the baseline, now picks up his dribble, out to Brown, swings it over to Hall. He'll go for three, short with it. Rebound taken out of bounds by Cozart, and so it'll stay with Nitro. Hall thought maybe he got hit on the hand there. It looked like maybe his fingertips got hit on the follow-through.
And Cozart there was just trying to knock the ball back in bounds, but he was out of bounds.
They inbound it deep for Hall with 20 seconds. Picked up by Harless. Hall will get to the free throw line, puts up a floater and able to connect to tie the game back up. He's got 11 points.
Now Man's going to try and play this one for one shot here.
Down to 8 seconds, 47 apiece. It's been a back and forth third quarter. Adams goes with it now with 3 seconds, takes it in right side, running layup, no good. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. So this tight-knit affair continues, and we've got 8 minutes to decide things here from Chapmanville, West Virginia. Back after this as you're watching the Phenom Country Roads Classic with us right here live on WVOW and on Video Productions.
Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Getting ready to start quarter number 4 here from Chapmanville, West Virginia. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me Nathan Bush, as Nitro and Man even at 47 apiece in the third game of 5 here from the Phenom Country Roads Classic here in Chapmanville, West Virginia. Nitro will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Pass intercepted by Ball out front. Ball in a foot race. He'll win it to the basket and slams it home with one hand to give the Hillbillies the lead back.
And Peyton Adams trying to get the crowd into it, but don't celebrate, young man. There's a lot of game left to be played.
And Hall almost made him pay as he got in the lane but misses the short-range shot. Now here comes Adams in. Takes it in with the left hand. Can't finish against Brown. Kicks it out. Harless dribbles in on the left side. Goes up with his left hand. Can't finish either. And Brown gets the rebound. And a foul on man on the rebound as Brown crashed to the deck again.
Well, here's the replay on Video Productions. Ball gets the steal and takes off and slams it home. And that's just a sophomore doing that.
Like I said, kid's still got a lot more growing to do.
Yeah. Last time I touched the rim, I had to get a ladder.
That's about the only way I've ever gotten to it. We're down to 7:15 to go. 14 fouls against man now, 3 against Nitro. It's Painter draws the foul out front on Harless. They get him on a reach-in. That's going to be number 3 on him.
Tell you what, there's quite a few Nitro faithful out here tonight for this ball game. Of course, the man faithful, they travel very well.
I would say not too bad of a drive, down 119.
Especially with the new highway there. Still new to me.
7 minutes now to go and strip from behind. Whoa! Adams able to come up with it and stayed in bounds as well. Good footwork by Adams.
I don't know how he stayed in bounds, but even he's got a little smirk as he said, yeah, somehow I did that.
So he'll take it over to left side. Now takes it baseline, gets it into the corner, swings it around out top. Harless back over, stepping in, now back out to Ball. Ball almost lost it, gives it back to Adams. Again, 2-point lead for the Hillbillies with 6.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
That was smart by the Hillbillies. Nobody took a bad shot there. They didn't want to try to take a contested three, and they kick it back out and reset.
Tackett over to Ball. Ball waiting, finding Adams. Adams got free and double dribbled with it. Yeah, he thought about putting up a 3 and then saw a lane, but he had already picked up his dribble. And so that'll be a double dribble on him to give it back to Nitro.
Yeah, you can get away with that, Chris, if you play for the Houston Rockets, but not here.
Man, a lot of shade being thrown at the NBA here tonight.
Don't get me started. Tune in Wednesday. You want to hear my rants.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, I'm sure it'll be as colorful as ever. So now here comes Nitro trailing it by 2. In the corner, they get it out to Lowe. Lowe lost it on the way in, gets it back, goes up on the right side, tough shot, no good. Brown rips the rebound out, trying to save it as Tucker.
Good save.
He saves it into the hands of the Hillbillies, and now travel called on Tackett, but Tackett never really had possession of the ball, I don't think.
Didn't look like he had possession, but the ref called a travel. And the officials, I've noticed, Chris, that during this tournament, anybody going down, they're really quick to call that travel.
Yeah, it has been.
It's been very consistent, so, I mean, you can't argue with them.
Nitro will maintain possession here, trailing 49-47, 5:40 remaining. Out front, Painter goes for 3 as he falls down, no good, and a nice box out by Tackett. Painter's slow to get up here, might have turned his ankle. That could be very big for Nitro as driving in as Tackett gets all the way to the basket, and he lays it in, and now Painter, who's still in a lot of agony here as he goes to the bench. And he is the leading scorer for Nitro here as I think a timeout called.
Let's see if we can look on the replay here, which you'll see good take there from man, but I was hoping we could see if Tackett maybe turned that ankle, he is really in some pain right now.
And as we said, Painter, this isn't actually an official timeout, but Painter rather.
Here it is.
19 points.
Yeah. Ooh, landed sideways on that foot. Ooh. You see it here again as he goes up, comes down, and right on the back of Adams' foot. Yeah. Turned his ankle. That has to hurt. Lucky. Looks like it's not going to be any breaks or anything. Just looks like he kind of twisted it.
Yeah, I was going to say Adams didn't try and slide under him or anything. He just got out to contest, and as Painter came down, he caught the back heel of Adams' foot and turned his ankle. But it did lead to Tackett with the layup, so 51-47 man as Painter on the bench now with 19 points. They go inside to Barton, checks back in with those 4 fouls, and out of control getting to the basket, couldn't get it to fall.
And that's a guy I would go at if I'm man. Go right at Barton, try to foul him out.
Adams will do so, gets inside, kicks it out, 3 on the way, and big 3 there for Jackson Tackett as he gives man now their largest lead of the game at 54-47.
And the Hillbillies, they are ever resilient. Great shot by Tackett.
That's 14 points now for Tackett on the game, 4:45 remaining. 54-47, big screen out front by Lowe, driving baseline, losing it on the way in, and the Hillbillies tear it out. Up ahead they go. Harless, right side, runs into a brick wall, throws up a shot, and we'll get a whistle and a foul called on Nitro, and that's going to go against Lowe, his third.
Are they calling that in the act of shooting? Yes, they are.
Let's see here. Yes, it will be a 2-shot foul, as both teams with 5 team fouls against them here in the fourth quarter. 4:31 to go.
Chris, one thing we can say is Peyton Adams has done a great job defensively out front tonight, doing a good job slowing down Nitro's guard play as they try to run the ball down the court. But I look over, I see Painter just trying to walk it off over there. He'll probably be back in the game here in just a little bit.
And so hopefully so. Again, he's had such a brilliant night tonight. You'd hate to see it end the way that we saw him leaving the court a second ago, as first free throw was no good by Harless, but able to get the second to fall, and the lead up to 8 now for the Hillbillies with 4:27 to go. They harass Nitro in the backcourt as Hall has to give it up. Now up against the 10-second call, and Chris Kidd here with the good defensive play as it comes right to me. And
good
a
catch,
timeout
Chris.
Called.
Good catch, Chris. You did well.
Yeah, we get it on the action every once in a while, and the man Hillbilly defense is really turning it up right now on Nitro. And let's see if this will be a 30 or a full, signaling a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep things here with Man leading it by 8. Well, just a reminder that Nationwide Insurance agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Man Hillbilly Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-752-8300. Greg Dalton Insurance, with offices on Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan. Now we get a look here on the video productions replay. There it is, the good hands of Chris Kidd.
And that beautiful man next to him.
There's always that couple of moments during the year where we unnecessarily get in on the action, and there's the first one for this season, and thankfully it didn't hit me in the face.
That would have been a shame.
Yeah, the Arlie Bush argument last night. You can't ruin the moneymaker over here, man. I mean that's how we do all. That's how we make all of our business.
No wonder you're in so
radio,
much debt.
I was gonna say that's how we make all of our money on radio. Is this face right
here? Yes. Officials are having a conversation with Nitro now. Nitro and apparently Painter can't check in.
Okay, yeah, they have Painter coming back in, but he's got to wait until the next dead ball here in order to come back. Evidently didn't get to the scorer's table in time to check in, so Man will inbound right in front of us as Cozart will get it in the ball. Now here comes Painter to the scorer's table. Ball, give and go to Tackett, but Tackett out of control and falls down, and that'll be a turnover for Man as it'll give it back over.
Yeah, and if you're Man now, they have an 8-point lead, their biggest lead of the ball game. Something they can't do is play with too much emotion, Chris. They got to be a little bit more under control.
Closing in on the midway point of the fourth quarter. Man trying to stay undefeated on the year at 2-0, beating Mount View and beating Tug Valley in a big signature win for them the other night. Now trying to get another one against a team that was on the cusp of the state tournament the last 2 years is Lowe. On the way in, going to say a foul here on Man, as that's going to go against, it appears to be Tackett, and it will be. That'll be his second.
Coach Blevins is I don't want to say arguing the call, but he's letting his point be known. He didn't think that was a foul.
Now Lowe at the free throw line. Quietly had a solid game thus far, as now he hits the free throw, and he's into double figures now with 10 points.
You know, Painter's back out on the court for Nitro, Chris, and if you notice, he's still wincing a little bit when he's trying to get down the court, but he's trying to gut it out here as this game is not lost. I mean, Nitro can very easily get back into this game.
Misses on the second attempt, but Brown keeps it alive and tips it back out. Over to Lowe for three. No good, off the side of the rim and rebounded by Cozart. That would have been a big momentum change had he been able to knock that down.
And now look, Peyton Adams slowly brings the ball up the court. This is something that Man has needed to work on. Slow the game down. And I say that, he shoots.
And he pulls up from the free throw line and buries it. Big jumper there for Peyton Adams as Man extends their lead. Adams now with 8 points on the night, 57-48 in favor of Man. Quickly the other way, pull-up jumper for Hall, off the mark, no good, saved on the baseline. Painter, what an angled shot. He was behind the backboard and somehow had the touch to get that through.
And Painter, he's gutting it out here, finally gets into the 20-point range with that one. And your man, they had their biggest lead at 9. You just need to slow the game down. Time is your friend.
The ball gets it on the baseline, had an open look and took it and able to finish at 3 minutes exactly remaining. 59-50, Man leads it. So here comes Painter across midcourt. Again, Nitro led basically this entire game up until the fourth quarter. Man had the lead for only a matter of seconds, it felt like. Hall gets caught in midair, but able to find Lowe. Lowe goes up, fouled on the way. Can't convert, but he'll go to the line.
Found Lowe on the low post there, no pun intended, and he goes up with it and draws the foul. Is that on Tackett?
Yeah, I believe so, and that's going to be number
4, 3 or 4.
It's a Tackett entering foul trouble now as well, along with Toller and Harless.
And it could be interesting if this game somehow ends up in overtime, what we end up seeing with that, but there's a missed free throw.
Lowe misses on the first, and Nitro's had their struggles from the free throw line here in the second half. That's their 4th miss. Only 2 of 6 from the line in the second half, and they get 2 of 7 as missing on both is Lowe, and Ball gets the rebound.
Ball's got to have a double-double.
Yeah, I mean, he's been putting them together quite frequently here since the end of last year and on into the beginning of this year, and now a timeout by T.J. Blevins as they were in trouble near the man bench that time. And that'll be a 30-second timeout. So we'll stay here with 2:28 remaining and Man in the lead. And right now, 17 fouls against Man, 5 against Nitro. If you're Man, you kind of talked about slowing things down. They got some open looks and were able to convert. But now with the 9-point lead, 2:28 to go, the outside shooting threat that Nitro presents, if I'm Man, I'm going to try and slow this down and try and work the clock here and make Nitro chase.
Yeah, and that's something that Coach Blevins has talked about them doing. And it seems like the Hillbillies, they really have a hard time slowing down and just holding the ball and letting the clock roll. They're always in go mode. They're trying to score at all times, and that's something they need to focus on here, Chris. They really need to hold the ball here and make Nitro try to force a turnover or foul them.
Old Man will have it right in front of our broadcast table. Kozart gets it in. Give it out front for Adams. He gets it near midcourt, now goes to work on Robbins, gets it over left side, double team sprung, but back to Adams. Adams dribbles into the paint, kicks it out to Tackett. Tackett will hold, now gets inside and dribbles back out, gives it off to Adams, and Adams will reset. 2:10 to go as Robbins continuing to harass Adams, but he gets by him, drives in, and layup rolls off, no good for Tackett. Tackett fights for the rebound, then knocked to the ground. No whistle as the ball goes out of bounds.
No signal either, and it's going Nitro.
Wow, I tell you what, there's a lot of contact on that both times that Tackett went up, but didn't get the call either way, and
Let's
Nitro
see here
gets
on the replay here on Video Productions, and might have caught Tackett on the ankle on the way out. It's close. You can't even tell from the camera replay there, so that's a close call there.
Fall under 2 minutes to play in the ball game. 59-50, Man leads it. Painter being guarded on the right side.
Like he switched his pivot foot there.
Harless had him, now Ball picks him up as Painter gives up his dribble, finds Lowe in the right corner. Lowe dribbles in, takes it on the right block, and counted and the foul. Trevor Lowe able to get it to go and a chance to cut this back to 2 possessions.
And that's 4 on Tackett.
Yes, there's a big foul there on Tackett.
And Tackett's, that's the 4th on him, and he's tried to take that charge earlier in the night, and he really struggled here to get that charge call.
That's 12 points now for Trevor Lowe. 6'1" sophomore. He had 20 points against Chapmanville, had 14 against Polka, and had 16 and 10 against Herbert Hoover. So Trevor Lowe's been putting in a lot of work on both ends of the floor in these first several games for the Wildcats, and he hits the free throw. Now a foul on the way up the floor. That'll be team foul number 6 as Ball split the defense. 1:35 now remaining.
And Austin Ball's not the guy you want dribbling up the court, Chris. He's a big guy, and he's a good ball handler for his size, but you don't want him leading the point. You want to get that ball to Peyton Adams and let Peyton Adams get it up the court.
To get it into the backcourt for Adams. 6-point lead for the Hillbillies. As Adams gets across midcourt. Next foul will put Man in the 1-and-1. Top of the key, they give it off to Harless. Now working it around as Harless gets it back over to Adams. 1:20 to go. Adams gets away from Robbins, back out front. Man playing keep away right now. Kozart gets it, and they foul him.
This is an absolute beautiful sight if you're a Hillbillies fan. This is something that they've not been good at, Chris. They always try to run that offense and go and score. but I'm watching them slow the game down here and force Nitro to foul them. So if you're a Hillbillies fan, you've got to love this.
Now big 1-and-1 here. If he makes it, he can push this to a 3-possession lead again. Cozart up and short with it, rebounded by Lowe.
Got to make free throws, though.
Now a chance here for Nitro to cut into this 6-point deficit as we close in on a minute to go. Hall gets free, left side three, no good off the back iron, and big rebound by Cozart. Gets it up ahead to Adams now as we hit 60 seconds remaining. Adams over to Tackett. Tackett going to be fouled with 56.9 seconds to play, and another 1-and-1 opportunity for the Hillbillies.
Yeah, got to make these free throws, because that was a good look, though, for Nitro. Man, lucky that one didn't fall. That would have cut it to a one-possession ball game.
Now here comes an opportunity here with Tackett, and Tackett shot the ball well from the stripe tonight. Again, he's 5 of 6 from the free throw line with 14 points. Can hit that big three a moment ago. Brown will exit for Nitro.
Now Coach Blevins, I believe, is going to call a timeout here after the first free throw, depending on if it goes in.
Tack it up and count it. 60-53 in favor of the Hillbillies, now a 3-possession lead.
That's a big free throw from Tackett. Man hits the 60 mark here with 56 seconds to go.
Second free throw on the way for Tackett. This one good as well, and the lead swells to 8 again for the Hillbillies. A full timeout for Man. We'll take it as well. Back after this as you're listening to and watching the Phenom Hoops Classic with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
I'm the elf on the shelf, and thanks to your woodworking skills, this is about to get a whole lot less jolly. And unless these are protected by Allstate, this little mess up is going to cost you big.
Protect your portable electronics against breaks, spills, and other Yuletide mishaps with a protection plan by Allstate. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
Meltdown, meltdown, meltdown.
Do you find yourself sitting on the couch, flipping through the same old channels night after night? Well, follow the smell of delicious butter popcorn to Marquee Cinemas at Southridge Center in South Charleston. Marquee Cinemas just finished Phase 1 of its renovations at the Southridge location. Come and relax in the new power leather recliners. Marquee Cinemas, your place for family-friendly fun.
Out of the timeout, Nitro with the ball. Driving up the center is Robbins. He'll get all the way to the basket and lay it in. For his first two of the game, lead down to 6. Now with 43 seconds, ball gets it across the timeline into the center, over to Tackett. Tackett back out front, and they hack Harless with 37.5 seconds to go, and this will be the final 1-and-1 for the Hillbillies to try and push this back to a 3-score lead.
Yeah, and that was a good take there by Nitro. They knew they didn't need a 3 right away. They got in, got a quick bucket, got back, tried to force a turnover, and then fouled. That's good management there for a team that's trailing. They really need to get a 3 the next time down, though, as time is not their friend.
And it rolls off for Harless, no good. So a chance here for Nitro. They need 3s, and they need them now. Trailing 61-55. Get it out to Lowe. Lowe will drive in on the right side, gets free but can't finish the layup. And now a whistle and a foul here with 26.6 seconds to go, and this is going to go against Man.
That's it for Tackett.
Yeah, that's a big foul.
Well, we've got, according to the scorekeeper, that's 4. I thought that was 5.
Okay, then I think they changed one a moment ago.
Okay, well.
So now Toller will come back in. Toller's been on the bench since he picked up his 3rd foul.
Yeah, he's been on the bench a while, but Coach Blevins will tell you he likes to go with the hot hand, and that's what he's done tonight. And I think Tackett and Cozart and Harless have really been the hot hand, and there's a timeout.
Nitro will take a full timeout as well with 26 seconds left. We'll step aside, too, as you are watching and listening to Man Hillbilly basketball action with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably helped somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein & Campbell.
Well known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Clyde and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary.
Back here in Chapmanville, as Barton at the free throw line after the foul, he'll shoot a 1-and-1 and converts on the first, so the lead down to 5 now. A chance to cut it to 4 with 26 seconds to go.
You're a teacher.
Thankfully not math.
Now it's 4.
Second free throw good, 61-57. Adams gets the inbounds, and he's fouled immediately by Robbins. So we'll go to the other end here with 24.3 seconds to go, as Harless will check back in at the next whistle.
And man has to make free throws here, Chris. They've allowed Nitro to really claw their way back in it by missing free throws.
So now here comes Adams stepping to the line, where he's not had a whole lot of success tonight. He's made 3, but he's 3 of 8 from the charity stripe here.
And not been a banner night from the free throw line for Peyton Adams.
And the bad evening continues from the free throw line as he misses that one well off to the left.
Back in comes Harless.
So Harless back in for defensive purposes here.
In for Toller.
Yeah, but Adams will get a second free throw. This one good. So it does increase the lead to 5 here for the Hillbillies. He's bringing it up left side, driving in is Hall. He gets the driving layup to go, and another quick timeout.
Down to 3.
This will be another full timeout. We'll keep things here now with 18.3 seconds to go.
Well, the Hillbillies, Chris, this is their ball game. They can easily win this ball game if they make their free throws. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's a big thing right now. And, if I'd love to get it in Tackett's hands. Again, Adams, a much better free throw than the 40% he shot here tonight, going 4 of 10. But, right now, just some nights you just can't find it. Like Andrew Scholl, last night for Chapmanville. Yeah. He shot the lights out from 3, but he was maybe 50% from the free throw line. So, and Obina outshot him from the line going 9 of 10. Obina's turned into a very good free throw shooter now, but, uncharacteristic. If you had a free throw shooting contest, I'm going to guess your money would be on Scholl instead of Obina, but, just some nights it just doesn't fall that way. So, if I'm man here, you'd love to see it go to Tackett, but, Adams is still someone that I feel like you want to trust going to the line.
Well, all of man's team has struggled with free throws, Chris. Tackett has been the most consistent tonight, but you just got to get the ball in. Basically, don't turn the ball over, get it into whoever can get it, and then deal with it from there. I think that's what you have to do here.
They get it into Tackett, gives it back, and ball stolen. Ball loose on the floor. Lowe gets it. He's fouled. Count it, and the foul. With 13.5 seconds to go, what a mental error by the Hillbillies here in the final seconds as Lowe picked it up. And again, no need to foul there if you're a man.
No, there wasn't.
And coming over, it was Cozart that committed the foul.
And now we're 1 free throw away from this being a tie ball game.
And Lowe's been on and off from the line, but he hits this one with 13.5 seconds to go. Now trap in the backcourt. Adams up ahead. There's a man wide open. Adams doesn't see him. Adams brings up, and now he's fouled from behind with 7.9 seconds to go.
And that's a foul you can't commit if you're Nitro there. You got a tie ball game. Why would you foul there?
And he had Cozart. Adams did wide open on the other end for a chance to take the lead back, but Adams was under duress in the backcourt and didn't get a chance to look up. But now Adams, for all of his struggles here tonight from the line, can give man the lead back with 1. And no good.
And the struggles continue from the free throw line for the Hillbillies.
7.9 seconds remaining in regulation. And Adams still with another opportunity. He's 4 for 11 from the free throw line tonight. Second up, this one good, and man has the lead back by 1 at 63-62. And Nitro just burned their final timeout here with 7.9 seconds to go. So unbelievable.
Unreal
finish here. Again, it was 59-50 with about a minute to go. And, man, looked like they were well on their way to the win here. And now Nitro, this is why you don't give up in these final situations like this, as Nitro refused to cave. And now they find themselves in a position where if they make it on this possession, they come back and they steal the win from the Hillbillies when it looked like Man had it wrapped up.
That's 5 missed free throws, and that's what it'll cost you. Man has missed 5 free throws here in the fourth quarter, Chris, and that is really what has allowed Nitro to get back into this ball game.
Yeah, again, 14 missed free throws for the game for the Hillbillies.
You can't have that if you're the Hillbillies. You've got to work on your free throws. You got to make those. Even if they make 3 more of those, this game's out of reach.
Yeah, again, so 14 of 28 or 15 of 29 for the game for the Hillbillies. And that'll be what they talk about after this game, win or lose. But now Nitro with a chance to win it here, going at full length of the court. Barton gets it into Lowe. Down to 7 seconds. Lowe gets by ball across midcourt. Into the corner for Hall. 3 seconds. Puts up the 3. No good. Tipped out. Tackett gets it, and that'll do it. The Man Hillbillies hold on to knock off the Nitro Wildcats 63-62 in an unbelievable finish. But the Man Hillbillies able to persevere despite the furious comeback by the Nitro Wildcats, and the Man Hillbillies stay undefeated at 3-0 on the year. So even though they gave up the lead late there, Nathan, again, huge show of tenacity from this young Hillbilly club to be able to come back and still get the victory.
Yeah, and that's a big win for the Billies there, Chris. And against all odds and adversity there towards the end of the game, the defense stepped up, and that's why the Billies were able to come away with a win. That one was closer than it needed to be, and a scary one if you're a Hillbillies fan, but they survive and get the 1-point win.
63-62, Man wins it. We'll step aside for a break and be back after this in 2 minutes as you are watching and listening to Man Hillbilly basketball action right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, Surgical Podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
63-62, Man knocks off Nitro here to move to 3-0 on the season. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you. So let's run through the final scoring. leading Nitro and leading all scorers tonight was Colton Painter with 21 points. Then you had Trevor Lowe with 16 points, Trey Hall with 13 points, followed by Seth Brown with 6 points, Josh Barton with 4 points, and Charles Robbins with 2 points to round out the scoring for the Wildcats. On the other end for the Hillbillies, Austin Ball led the way with 19 points. Then Jackson Tackett with 16 big points, Peyton Adams with 10 points, including the game-winning free throw. Then you have Jeremiah Harless with 5, Hunter Anderson with 5, and rounding out the scoring for the Hillbillies, also Christian Toller with 6 points, and rounding out the scoring is Ryan Cozart with 2 points for man. Well, it's time now for our Temp Control Hot Hand of the Game, brought to you by Temp Control of Chapmanville. And tonight's hot hand goes to Austin Ball. Again, finished with 19 points. Again, Jackson Tackett right there as well with 16. But Austin Ball with some key buckets in the first and second half for man whenever they were struggling, able to keep them in the game, and then later on able to help finish off this come-from-behind win for the Hillbillies. So this winter, if you want your home to be as comfortable as possible, call Stuart Trickler and Roland Mullins at Temp Control of Chapmanville at 304-855-5200. We'll step aside for our final break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about tonight's matchup, or tonight's game, and then talk about the matchup coming up with Chapmanville later on tonight, as you are watching Man Hillbilly basketball action right here live on WVOW, and listening live on WVOW, and watching live on Video Productions.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
Welcome back, everybody. 63-62, man wins it. And here on Video Productions, it's time for our Farmer, Klein, and Campbell Player of the Game, and we're going to give it to Jackson Tackett here. We gave Austin Ball the Temp Control Award on WVOW. Now Jackson Tackett here on Video Productions.
Yeah, and Tackett played a great game, was in the right place at the right time, caught some great passes, played good defense. I mean, he had 4 fouls to give, and he gave them almost all of it. He gave 4, almost all 5. But he had a great game, and I think Jackson Tackett is very deserving of that award.
So our Farmer, Klein, and Campbell Player of the Game, Jackson Tackett. So a big win for the Hillbillies now, moving to 3-0. They are the only undefeated team left in the county now, Nathan.
I tell you what, Logan County could be proud of. We could be proud of all of our teams this year, Chris. All 3 are showing great things early on.
Well, now we move forward again. We'll step aside here on WVOW, but we'll be back in about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 45 minutes. Again, it'll probably be closer to 9 p.m. now, as we still got one more game to go before Chapmanville takes on Miller, Virginia, and that's going to be a really fun game.
Oh, yeah, looking forward to that one, and looking forward to this one here. If you're on Video Productions, tune in. We'll be calling that one.
Yep, we'll be here for Greater Beckley Christian and Winton Woods Ohio out of Cincinnati coming up here in about 15 minutes. So if you're on video production, stay with us. If not, we will see you again in about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes here on WVOW. So don't go far, folks. We got a big one coming up, but a big win for the Hillbillies as well as they knock off the Nitro Wildcats 63-62. So for Nathan Bush, I'm Chris Kidd saying see you in about an hour and 45 minutes as we'll be back here on WVOW as you've been listening to Man Hillbillies basketball action right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on video productions.